the knights of the appropriately shaped table.
Goblins and goblets. It is another episode of Cast, the Knights of the Appropriately Shaped Table. In the red corner, we have Nicky, Nick Elbach, played by Amelia, recently shot Bubbles the Bandit into space. We have Uhvahcahdu, played by Jake Perry, carrying 2 magical beers. And we have Hammy down Isaac, who is, swinging things with his hammer. In the blue corner, they have just entered an arena built out of the old ships that have crashed into the sea. You can see in the center there is almost a block of water, and sprawling up from it, bubbles are oozing and the air is getting thick. You can feel the mist shoot out of this and you see tentacles erupt. What comes from the hole is none other than a youth or juvenile kraken. You see over top there are 3 circling figures. They have black hair, brown hair, and blonde hair, and they look like they might mess with you if you start to die, but they do not look involved in combat. We're going to start strong. Everybody roll for initiative.
19.
13.
9.
All right, so we have Uhvahcahdu. Who is second? Nicky?
Yes, 13.
And then Hammy, and then we have the Kraken didn't roll very well. But that's okay. So, to paint the scene a little bit more, the walls are about 100 feet across. There is a 20 by 20 circle in the center that is filled with water. That is where the Kraken's main body lies. You can see the tentacles making their way throughout the room. It is about, let's say, 40 feet tall. That's being generous. That's the part you can see out of the water, with the tentacles each being long enough that they can reach 50 feet across. So if you want to get into this Kraken's body, you're going to need to get close. Uhvahcahdu, what would you like to do?
Ooh, what shall I do? I think this is a perfect time to just start right away by casting Moonbeam on one of the tentacles.
Okay. How much damage do they take?
They take 13.
That is a very, very strong start from the red corner. Lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
And that continues until you choose to make it not continue, correct?
Basically, as long as, let me just verify.
Yeah, let's give the people a refresher. What is it?
Shoot.
What does it do?
Yeah. Yep. So it's a silvery beam of pale light shining down in a 5-foot radius. It's a 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point. As an action on my turn, every single time I can move it as I see fit. And then every time that a character enters it for the first time or second time or third time, every time they walk into the beam, they take damage. So,
Lovely.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I want to paint a word picture before you get to your next action. So you summon essentially this god beam from the sky, and it pins one of the tentacles to the ground. It is searing in pain, and it is just continuing to take damage as long as it doesn't move.
I love it. Screw that thing. All right, let me make sure I mark that spell slot. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're just dealing with the Kraken right now, correct? The Sirens are...
The Sirens are overhead. You could probably use a ranged attack to hit them, but they don't seem... They're like vultures circling overhead. They're not necessarily messing with you.
Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and... Let me make sure I'm just not doing an illegal bonus action here.
Well, say what you want to do, and then we'll see if it fits.
I was going to use... Yeah, I'm going to use... It's legal. I verified. I'm going to use one of my wild shapes to transform into my Starry Archer form.
I love that. So after summoning a god beam, then you turn into the starry version of Apollo himself. So
Pretty much, yeah.
pretty
It's great.
pretty casual first turn.
And I'm just vibing now.
All right. Next up, we have Nicky. Amelia, what would you like to do?
So, just to be clear, you said that the Kraken is a juvenile Kraken? Like, it's like a teenager?
From what you know of Krakens in your deep understanding studying in the Queen's Court, this is not a fully grown Kraken. If it became fully grown, it would be much more of a problem for the town.
Why are you doing that? That's so sad. I don't know. I don't want to kill it.
I'm going to make you kill a child. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Good. Yeah. I'm how far away did you say we are? Am I close within like 30 feet, would you say?
No, it is 40 feet away to the center circle where the main body is focused. There's tentacles flowing throughout the room.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move closer, maybe like 15 steps closer.
Okay.
And I'm going to just do a little Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, little warlock bonus?
Yes. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And then 1d10. So 7.
All
and
right.
then I'm gonna do a bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do my new gift, and I'm gonna do Tentacle of the Deeps, which may
What does
be
that do?
counter it may be counterintuitive on a Kraken. We'll see. I can magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes at your foes. It's a bonus action, and you create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet. The tentacle lasts for 1 minute, or until you do it again.
Okay.
It can make a melee spell attack within 10 feet, and it takes cold damage. And their speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
You just water
And
bending out here?
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it on the Kraken. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And 11 damage.
Okay. Lovely.
And Nick
So-
is really hoping that with these new abilities, he will, for the first time in a fight, not be killed. So.
Maybe an important note before this boss battle. Can you all just give me a quick, how much health do you have and what's your armor class for the people at home?
I have 44 out of 45 points, health points, and armor class is 14, like always.
Okay.
I have 38 of 38, and I'm sitting at 14.
Okay.
Hammy has 44 out of 44, sitting at 18 armor class, fully prepared for Nickelback to die again during this fight, but we'll see what happens.
That shield is a real pain in my butt. All right. Cool. So Nicky shoots magic from his hands and then summons water to attack the water creature, which is a choice. And then now we have Hammy. You are standing in the back of the room watching everybody else do magic. Tell me what you do.
Hammy's ready to turn up, go old school. How far away is the Kraken from me right now?
It's about 40 feet.
40 feet. Crap.
So that's to the body of the Kraken. If you want to attack one of the tentacles, you could run up and take a swing at one of those.
Yeah, I'll go for a tentacle.
Okay.
I'll just go to the nearest tentacle to me.
Okay.
Take one swing. Ooh, 10 to hit.
That will not hit and actually give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, crap. Right.
Yeah, it's probably not going to matter.
Oh, yeah. 24?
You tie. So as you swing at this tentacle, it leaps out of the way and then tries to grab you. And it's beginning to wrap its little suckers around you. And you burst out of it. And do you say something from your hero book while you do that?
Heroes are always slippery when they need to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my action surge while I'm up this
Ooh.
close. And I'm going to attack it again. Try to get some damage off. I can't let Nicky get more damage than me this turn.
That'll be embarrassing.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Turn me up. And it's going to be 11 damage.
All right.
Random
Cool.
insertion. I know we're like 12 episodes in at this point, but it'd be so much cooler if Hammy exclusively spoke in third person.
He's just
I-
Groot.
I'll just
Hammy-
start now. Yeah.
Hammy hammer swing.
That wouldn't be confusing at all. All right, so now we have the Kraken. It is pinned down on one arm. It brings that arm out of the way, so it takes damage, correct?
Correct.
All
So
right.
it takes, hold on. Doodaloo. It will take 9 damage.
All right, so as it does that, that tentacle actually just singes and falls off, where the hole was originally, about the length of the tentacle. Now it is completely fallen apart, and it is just moving on. Next up, we have a couple of attacks. So my dogs are fired up about these attacks, and they want to hear more. Give me one
is
moment.
my MacBook, because I think it's about to explode.
I should probably start reading my character sheet more. I'm learning a lot about myself.
My description is just Ma, Pa, 11 brothers.
Unknown number of sisters.
All with names.
Probably out
All
there
right.
somewhere.
Mike's going to edit that
Like-
out later.
Lake.
But all right, so the Kraken goes to make one of its attacks. Hammy, it tries to grapple you again. Give me another strength check.
He can try, but I'm pretty strong. Oh, 14?
Yeah, that's not that strong, brother. So it wraps you up, and then it uses its next action to try and fling you into Nicky. So Nicky, give me a dex saving throw. Hammy, give me a dex saving throw.
He can try.
Hammy have. Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh. With nat 20, I'll let you describe what you do, but Hammy, let me figure out what's happening with you first.
Nick, please catch me.
Hammy, what'd you get?
18.
You actually save as well. So, Nicky, with a nat 20, explain to me what happens as Hammy is thrown at you.
Well, I have a level. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I'm actually 2 levels above you guys. So, but Nicky has been practicing his gymnastic skills, so he does get knocked backwards in the air, but he lands on his hands and just ends up doing like flying over on his hands and landing
Like a
on his feet.
backhand spring?
Backhand spring. Yes, that's the word.
Nice.
He does a backhand spring and lands on
All
his
right.
feet.
And then as that happens, Hammy just throws his hammer down, drags against the floor, and looks up in a hero pose from Deadpool. Hammy, you take... This Kraken is not doing me any favors. You take 7 damage.
Crack-a-lackin'.
All right. And last but not least, it's just going to make a little tentacle attack at Uhvahcahdu. Uhvahcahdu, you take 3d6 plus 4 damage.
Christ.
So you take 13 damage.
Oofta.
And that is the Kraken's turn. Back up to the top of the order. Uhvahcahdu, you've been summoning God Beams. Nicky and Hammy are now in the corner of the room next to each other like heroes. What would you like to do?
So the body of the Kraken is underwater, correct? But we can see it.
You can see the top of the body. So think a squid. You can see the little like dome of it coming out, but you can't quite see the beak. The eyes are laying just above the water.
Perfect. All right. In that case, I'm going to use my action to just throw a nice little level 3 guiding bolt at the dome
Love that.
because it pissed me off. Holy.
I'd be mad if I got smacked too.
24, I assume, hits.
It does.
Perfect. And it's going to take 28 damage.
Whoo! That is a hefty attack. All right. Kraken's not bloodied yet, but it's uncomfortable.
Well, just wait, because it's my bonus action. I'm gonna move my moonbeam right over that dome.
Ooh. All
Dang.
right. And then it takes another 2d10.
2d10, which is going to give us 17, brother.
Oh,
We're
lordy.
rolling good to start the day off.
All right. So you shoot a beam with your hand. I like to imagine that at the same time, the beam moves over the Kraken, so it is riding up the tentacle that tried to get away but ended up getting cut in half. So now that entire tentacle is just singed away, and it's sitting in the middle of a unpleasant time.
And I'm shining. You got to remember, I am shining like a star. So
Yeah.
this is truly star behavior.
Quick question. This is Mike, not your dungeon master speaking. Why did you turn into starry form and then not use any starry form things?
You'll see.
Okay. Just saving it for a rainy day.
None of your business.
Foreboding.
There's some very important things that I can do while in starry form.
No.
that are passive features.
You can tell me, not the dungeon master. You can tell me though.
I'm not going to do that because
None of
you're the
your
same
business.
person.
No. I'll take that hat off. But, all right. Nicky, you see all sorts of holy energy being launched at the Kraken. What would you like to do?
I'd like to take another look at the Powerpuff Girls. Are they doing anything? Are they just observing?
They're just flying over top.
I really want to fight them. I really
Leave
don't
them
like
be.
them.
The Kraken is a big enough
Fine.
problem.
Fine. I'm so angry at them for beating us earlier.
Gets one tentacle hit off on a Kraken, and you're like, you know what? Let's take four.
Okay.
Let's take out all of them.
Fine.
Hammy, Nickelback, do you have any like teleportation spells?
Yeah, I
With
think I
your
have
new
like a
stuff?
Misty Step. Not with my new stuff. I think I already had. Actually,
I think you already had Misty Step because I thought you used it when we were in
Yep,
the
in Cliche Cavern.
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely have a Misty Step somewhere. I can't find it, but I know I have it. Why do you ask?
Do you have any spells you could teleport me with?
Ooh, no, I don't think I have Dimension Door.
No.
So no. But then
Hammy
again,
will
we're
survive.
we're pretty close to the tentacle, aren't we?
I was trying to
So-
get up in there.
Oh, you're trying to get up in there. Well, I'm not trying to get up in there.
I was trying to teleport behind him and
I'm
say
trying
nothing
not to die
personal,
this time.
kid.
I'm tired of dying. Yeah, okay, whatever. So I'm just gonna start with my bonus action and use the tentacle of the deep. Use the tentacle against the tentacle. On the tentacle that just hit us.
Okay.
So I'd like to do that. Oh, and it has 10 less movement speed. Don't forget that.
Okay. I mean, it can move all around the room with its tentacles, so I don't think it's worried about it.
Does a 12 hit?
It does not. And I tell you what, does your water tentacle have a strength modifier?
I don't think so.
Okay, so what ends up happening? Let me roll this real quick. As your tentacle tries to smack a Kraken's tentacle, saying tentacle way too many times, you notice that the Kraken tries to take a smack at it to get rid of it, but your tentacle just flushes around it and then reappears on the other side. So no damage to your tentacle.
Ha, nice try. Well, I did nothing. I'm gonna try.
Wow, good turn.
No, that was my bonus action.
Now I did nothing and I can't stop dying should be the titles of your memoir as Nicky.
Really. I am going to, I guess, that Isaac is really close to me, so I guess I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do Eldritch Blast again because why not?
Okay,
Because I have it now. 21 to hit.
that'll hit.
8 damage.
Okay. At the main body or one of the tentacles?
The tentacle closest to me. That just hit
Okay.
me.
Okay. You shoot out another little beam of essentially godly might, because the tides are now your patron, which is cool to see because it crackles with bubbles and you can see little shells fall to the floor after your Eldritch Blast, but the Kraken seems unmoved. It doesn't really care. So, Hammy, your turn.
So Hammy realized he already has 2 attacks per action. So
Yep.
he didn't need to use his action surge. So I'm just going to say
Yep.
I did not use that. Is that cool?
It's too late. Your action surge is gone forever.
I didn't mean to use my action surge.
No,
I
you
thought
can
about
have it.
attacks.
You can have it back. I'll allow it.
Calm. All right, I'm going to take a just regular hammer swing on this freaking tentacle, I guess.
All right.
I'm moving close. I'm going to take a swing. 19.
All right. That'll hit.
Hooray. It's going to be 11 damage.
Okay.
Swing numero dos for 20, not nat. Doity.
That'll hit.
For 9 damage.
All right.
You know what I'm going to do?
Now you're going to action surge.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Might as well.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay. Double damage.
Now we're turning that. It's going to be 14 damage.
All right. You essentially knock this tentacle off of its body. Walk me through how that happens.
I'm just going to walk forwards and just swing my hammer back and forth like a weed whacker. Just 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna
just
go
cutting through.
off. Yeah.
I love that. All right. And now it's the Kraken's turn. So the Kraken is going to notice that it's missing 2 tentacles, and it pauses for a moment, and you all notice that it looks a little concerned, and it uses its remaining 8 arms to come completely out of the water, and you notice that the 40 feet tower of fleshy, fishy nonsense is now probably 60 to 70 feet with a terrifying beak at the bottom. It has moved its way out of the water and closer to Hammy, and it makes an attack at Hammy with its beak.
It also takes 15 damage for still being in the moonbeam.
Well, it moved away from the moonbeam, all right?
It takes damage from leaving it.
All right, that's fair.
It's if it starts its turn in the beam, it takes damage. So 15 damage.
All right. And then it moves its way on out, and it tries to bite at Hammy, and Hammy does a 24 hit.
It does.
Cool. Give me a strength saving throw.
Damn. Can't believe you homebrewed a character that can beat my armor class.
Sorry.
Yeah, 19.
Okay. The beak comes down and it closes on Hammy for a moment, and you see a little. Well, actually, tell me how you guys would react. Nicky, what would you do if you saw Hammy get eaten by a Kraken?
I would really wish I had Dimension Door then. I don't know.
Uhvahcahdu would be like, I'm really surprised it wasn't Nicky who got eaten.
Yeah, Nicky actually might just be thankful that it's not him.
All right. And then you see some like human-sized shapes pushing out of the cheeks of the Kraken, and then Hammy heroically throws the mouth of the Kraken open, stands there with both of his arms over his head. His shield has fallen into the Kraken's mouth, but as a final action, he jumps out of the Kraken. And you're now standing right in front of the main body of it, and you have taken 1 moment.
I have to roll 9d10 for your damage.
No, it's just, don't worry about it. 24 points of damage.
You hate my shield that much. You had to throw me into a Kraken mouth and then just delete it.
Yep, it's in the Kraken's mouth, and you can see it through the beak, but it's not in your hand anymore, brother.
All right, I'm gonna look at the Kraken. I'm gonna go. Can't crack this cracker.
That's fair. If you had gotten a 20 or over, you could have kept the shield, but too late now. And then it uses one of its tentacles, and it lashes out at Nicky in the corner, who is spewing stuff at it. Listen, you're going to get attacked. It's part of the game. And it gets a 15, which will hit. And then it does 15 points of damage.
Oh, ouch. Oh, I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke, because why not?
Okay.
I'm going to cast it at level 2. And it's a dex saving throw. Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, you make a dex saving throw. So go ahead, and it has to beat 14.
It got an 11.
Okay, so then it's full damage.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a 3d10. So
Ho!
one of them. Okay, 13 points of damage. So not so good.
Okay.
3 threes.
You
Not great,
actually
Bob.
you see the tentacle that just smacked at you singe all over its body. It looks like some really nice what's the like not caviar, but like fried squid. Is that caviar?
Fried
No.
squid,
No, I'm talking about-
calamari.
Calamari. So it looks a little bit like calamari, just not fried. And now we are back up to the top of the order of Uhvahcahdu, with the Kraken with 7 tentacles out of the water and trying to eat Hammy.
Perfect. Who's the closest to me on our team?
Probably Nicky, because she got thrown back, or he got thrown back into you, or near you.
Is everybody within movement range of me?
I would say so, because the Kraken moved closer.
Is everybody on my team within? Because I know Hammy just took a chunk of damage there.
Everybody on your team is within movement range. The Kraken is also within movement range.
All right, perfect.
And actually, give me a perception check.
Perception's really great, Bob. 22.
Yeah, the Sirens are starting. They're flying a little lower. They're getting more and more interested in this fight.
I hope they don't fly into my moonbeam for their sake. All right, so I'm going to use my action to... Nick's taking damage, correct?
Everybody has taken damage.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to use Cure Wounds at level 1 on Nick. So they're going to get 6 heals.
Thank you.
And as a feature of my starry form, whenever I heal somebody with a spell, myself or another creature within 30 feet of me can heal. And so Hammy's going to get 8 health points back.
Oh, turn me up.
That's very nice. You healed him more with your starry form than you did Nicky with your
Yeah,
actual
well,
healing spell.
I cannot
So-
control the rolls, and for my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep moving that moonbeam right over this
Yeah.
Kraken.
Might as
Because
well.
why wouldn't I? Double nat 10s, baby. 20 damage.
It lets out a piercing scream that each of you give me a wisdom saving throw.
Not Hammy's strong suit, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nat 20 again.
18.
Hold on, it doesn't want to roll.
Mikey just frowned. Did I
You want me to
beat
just roll for you?
I got it.
it? The most visible frown on Mike's face in the corner.
21.
Okay, all of you saved. Never mind. That wasn't interesting at all. Whatever, it's fine. I didn't spend any time building this. Anyway, it lets out a piercing scream, and it looks a little hurt. But it's still kicking. And actually, Uhvahcahdu. So when you moved over to Nicky, you have to touch them to
Correct, yes.
use
It
cure
does
wounds,
have to
right?
be by touch.
Okay, so both of you are next to each other now. Both of you give me a dex saving throw.
18 plus I don't know, 18 plus something. Plus 5, 23. So
14.
All right, well, it got a 9, but you see a tentacle swing at you, and you both jump over it like you're playing double dutch and continue to go about your business. All right, Nicky.
And I
it
just
is your turn.
flutter a little bit.
all right, Nick
Aw.
is gonna do something really stupid. Do you all support?
Another
Like,
title of your
really
memoir.
Stupid.
We expect
really
nothing less at this
stupid. Okay.
For once, I want to hear
Hear
Nicky
me out.
say, I'm going to do something very smart, guys. Watch.
Guys, I've figured out the puzzle. I'll pee in the water.
It's literally so stupid. Nick activates an item you definitely don't remember that he has, which is the Hat
Yes,
of
I do.
Vermin.
Yep.
The Hat
I
of
love
Vermin.
this.
And then he summons a rat.
Okay.
Not to
Can
be
you,
confused.
real quick, read what the
Hey.
Hat of Vermin does?
Yeah, not to be confused with the Hank, that old rat. While holding the hat, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and speak a command word that summons your choice of bat, frog, or rat.
Okay. And then is the creature your friend? Does it just, it's indifferent to you?
I think technically they actually try to get away from you, but I
Yes.
would like to pick up the. Actually, I should have clarified this. You said earlier the Kraken was trying to eat Hammy and that its mouth was open. Is that still the
Yep.
case?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
It's calm.
I'm gonna throw a rat in its mouth and say, "Eat this."
Okay.
That'll teach him.
Give me a dex check with disadvantage because the first check would be holding the rat in your hand and the second would be throwing it at a kraken.
Okay. Disadvantage. I rolled a 9 plus 3, so 12.
So with that, you summon a rat in your hand and you toss it at this kraken while saying "eat that," which is just inflicting so much damage. And it bounces harmlessly off the kraken because it's the kraken. And then the rat tries to run away.
That was
Quick,
okay.
Nick, try another one. I think it's working.
Should I try again? No, I'm gonna do my bonus action and just use my tentacle again.
Okay.
And 16 to hit and
It hits.
9 damage.
Okay.
Man, you never let me have any fun.
Sweet. As you do, how much damage?
9.
Okay. The tentacle that it's just been beaten the hell out of is now dead. So that tentacle falls to the floor limp.
So it has what, like 8 tentacles now? Oh no, it
has
started with
6.
8. I'm done.
It has
6 tentacles.
6.
Just your average 10 tentacles.
Well, no, it's a kraken. It's a squid. It started with 10. One got moonbeamed.
Oh, it did have 10.
One got hammy timed. One got filleted by a hellish rebuke, and now one got beat to death by another tentacle.
And one got hit with a rat.
That I'd like to think that bounced off of the squid's beak, and then it. So actually, I just rolled for this while you were explaining your turn. The rat tries to run away, and as it tries to run away, the tentacles each got a turn of opportunity or attack of opportunity on it. The rat is now squished to the floor.
Oh my god!
So R.I.P. Hank Jr. It was here for a good time, not a long time. But
This podcast just got really dark.
just summoned something and immediately crushed it. All right, Hammy, your turn.
All right, Hammy is going to do what he does best. So, how high up is the eye of this thing?
Well, like 15 feet.
15 feet. So, Hammy does have a single boot of what's it called? Striding and springing, and that does give him he can jump 3 times the normal distance. Does that count up to, or just forward?
Yeah, I'll give you a vertical leap.
Right, cool.
It's not times 3, it's times 1.5 because you only have 1.
Times 1.5. Well, would that be enough to jump up to its eye for like a swinging jumping attack?
Give me a dex roll with your attack roll. Sounds great.
Dex roll with my attack roll. How would I do that? Just roll dex?
Roll a dex and then roll attack.
All right. Well, dex is going to be 12. And my attack is going to be nat 20.
Roll for damage real quick.
All right. Here we go.
Don't forget to double it.
Oh, it's doubled. 18.
I love this. So your dex roll wasn't that great, if I'm being honest. It wasn't enough to reach up there. So you dive, and as you're diving, the kraken uses its tentacles to reach up and try to eat you again. But with your attack roll, you go into its mouth, and you're swinging your hammer so hard that you come out the other side.
You know what I have?
And the kraken falls to the ground limp.
Woo!
So I think that's Hammy's first confirmed kill in like 11 episodes. But
Well,
the
Hammy's
kraken.
going to hit it again
deserved.
just to make sure it's dead.
Okay.
19.
Okay. You
That's
hit the dead
easy.
body.
9 damage. Turn me up.
Okay. You squished its eye that you were aiming for earlier.
Got it.
And now the Kraken is limp on the ground, and the sirens begin to fly down. As they're making their way down, what would you like to do?
Do any of them fly into my moonbeam?
I would like to do something.
No.
Perfect.
How far in the air are they?
Like 40 feet, but they're heading
30 feet?
towards.
Okay.
Give
Yes,
me a perception
it's
check.
important. It's important. It's important for you, not really for me. Just at least like a little bit of knowledge. If you want me to make a perception check, I can. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I would love for you to give me a perception check first.
Okay. 17 plus like 3.
They're flying towards the body of the Kraken. They're not flying towards you.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, I don't care. I don't like them. So I'm gonna cast sleep on as many of them as I can. We'll see. I don't know if it'll work.
Okay.
So I get 5d8 plus 2d8 each spell slot. I'm gonna cast it at 3. So
Nice.
d8. I mean, it has to do all of them to get them asleep though. So d8. So I said 7, right?
Yep, 7d8.
So 39. Does that put any of them to sleep?
You can put either the brown hair one to sleep or the black hair one to sleep.
We'll do the brown-haired one. And since they're in the sky, she falls asleep in the sky, right?
Yes,
Does
she
she?
does.
Does she fall?
All right.
All damage.
I
Let's
looked it up
go.
already. It's every 10
Every 10 feet. Yeah.
is 1d6. So it's not that crazy.
So it's 4d6.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So it takes 11 fall damage as it comes cratering to the ground. Then it hits the ground in a bump, wakes up because, it just hit the ground with the force of falling 40 feet. And the black-haired one and the blonde-haired one are chomping on the carcass of the Kraken, but the brown-haired one looks pissed off at you specifically, Nicky. So
They wanted to eat the Kraken? They don't even care about us?
Well, one of them does now. So it got an 11 for initiative, and it is going to go. Nicky, what did you get for initiative? It's been a minute.
Do we re-roll or stay same?
No, it's the same one.
It was
13. All right, so it's in between you and Hammy. And all right, you have decided to pick a fight with one of the sirens. All right. Hammy, it's your turn.
Apologies.
Actually, it was just your turn. So now we're back up to the top of the order.
Well,
Uhvahcahdu, there's a... Oh, you go.
I want to use my bonus action for second wind. Get a 1d10 plus 5 of health back.
Yeah, give me a little roll.
I am not looking too hot still.
Okay.
Oh, word. It's gonna be 13.
Oh, heck yeah. Good for you.
Oh yeah.
Back up to 34, if I'm tracking that right.
Yeah, exactly. That's freaky.
Love that. Well, I'm doing a little math here. Uhvahcahdu, you see the siren screech at Nicky, throw her wings out, and looks generally unhappy. What would you like to do?
I'm going to be very, very generous here. I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Wow.
Which also allows me to heal not just myself, but another
Yep.
creature within 30 feet of me. So
Philanthropist.
I
Heal the siren.
heal-
That's very nice
I
of you.
heal 12. So I'm
Okay.
only down 1 HP at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and heal. If you use more hurt metagaming,
Hammy is more hurt.
we're going to go ahead and heal my boy Hammy. And he's going to get another 12.
Oh, I am up to full.
And what is full?
44.
Heck yeah. All right. Uhvahcahdu, what would you like to do with your bonus action?
I think you already know what's going to happen. Give me a nice little moonbeam heading on over.
Okay.
My favorite spell in the world. And that siren is going to go ahead and 11 damage.
Oh, okay. You see her enter the moonbeam and just get singed with holy light, which is quite rude. But all right. And now we have Nicky. Nicky, you have already put them to sleep. So that is your essentially action this turn. Would you like to use a bonus action?
Nobody's hurting, right? Except maybe me a little bit.
Looks like you guys are doing great from what I'm tracking.
I'm -1.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm honestly fine. Okay, so I'm not dying, so I'm fine. Yeah, the other two sirens just don't care. Still,
They're munching on Kraken tentacles.
wow, that's not very sugar spice everything nice for these Powerpuff Girls. Let's just do I'll use is my tentacle still there? Because it's a whole minute. So, or is it gone?
I think a minute's 10 turns.
It is. I don't think it's been 10 rounds of combat yet.
Yeah.
I think
So
you have
I'll just do that.
5 left.
I'll just use that for I'll send my tentacle after it. It can go 30 feet. So is that close enough?
Yeah, it fell. It was heading towards the Kraken. It fell to the ground in front of it. It is between Hammy, you, and Uhvahcahdu.
21 to hit and 5 damage.
All right. She's doing fine. Everything's fine. We're having fun. Mike doesn't like having his monsters killed. All right. Cool. Now we have the brown-haired siren. And what she is going to do is, Nicky, give me a strength check.
13 plus strength is
She got an 18.
minus 1, so 12.
All right. She grapples you, grabs you with her claws on her feet, and then begins to fly into the sky. She moves at half distance, so she can't move quite as much as she used to, but she gets about 20 feet in the air and is now hovering over the battlefield with you in her claws.
But wait
Hammy,
a second. Did she take her damage for starting her
Give-
turn in Moonbeam?
give me the damage. She flew out of it to get Nicky, but yeah, give me the damage first.
Here we go.
Good call.
14.
All right. She's still fine. She's just unhappy,
A
but
little crispy.
she
Getting a
is
tan.
she is now tanned and flying with a nice golden bronze and Nicky in her claws. Hammy.
Hammy's gonna look up and go, Nicky, I can't jump that high. I can only jump 15 feet in the air. That's at least 20. And
At
then
least.
you go, oh, wait. A hero always uses what's available. And he's going to pull out the immovable rod from his pants.
Okay.
And he's going to jump as high as he can and then click the rod in place, pull himself up, and then try to jump again to reach him. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Are you talking like salmon ladder from Ultimate Ninja Warrior, or are you talking like you click it, climb to the top, and then jump off of it?
I'm talking Ice Climbers, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where they like pull each other up, but it's just me.
Okay. Give me a dex check to see how high you go, and then a strength check to see how high you go after that. Actually, give me 2 dex. Give me a dex roll with disadvantage is probably the best way to say that.
Okay. Oh, okay. 14, lowest.
Okay. And what is your max jump distance?
I guess it would be, so my walking speed is 30, and it says I can jump 1.5 times as high as I would to be able to normally, and I don't have any restrictions based on what like armor I have, so I don't know how far I can actually jump. What's like the base jump of characters in D&D?
The base jumping distance is you can long jump, which is the number of feet up to your strength score if you move 10 feet on foot before the jump. So what is your strength score? Or sorry, high jump. 3 plus your strength score.
Strength score, it's +4 and then 18.
Okay, so you move, 21 feet.
Oh, I can make that.
So you barely reach Nicky. What do you do now that you're in the air next to them?
What else am I gonna do? I mean,
Swing?
I'm gonna swing my hammer.
All right.
Oh my god, I'm so serious. Nat 20.
That's a lot of nat 20s this
That
game.
is
We're
a
gonna...
nat. I'm taking a picture just to make sure no one knows I'm fibbing. That's insane.
All right.
Oh,
All
let's
right.
go.
D&D Beyond is hitting different right
This
I
is
think
ridiculous.
Hammy was owed a nat 20. I don't think he's rolled
Yeah,
above a 15 except for like 3 times in this entire
I
12
know.
episodes.
I was
I
gonna
know.
say, I feel like there was one episode where I don't think he rolled higher than a 6.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
the 18 damage.
Yeah. You kill the siren. Explain to me how you killed the siren.
I'm just gonna let me think.
And Nicky, do me a favor. Pull those, fall damage rules real quick.
What if Hammy
I already
couldn't-
have him.
Hammy's holding on to Nicky's ankle? So essentially, what if Hammy can perform an
I
acrobatics
messy
check
step?
to grab the immovable rod as he falls down?
Well, he leapt from the immovable rod to the siren.
Hopefully
I'm
Nicky
nice.
can catch the
I'm not
ball.
that nice.
That's why he's
So-
doing that. Oh, hold on.
Can
Better
I
idea.
can I Misty Step? I have Misty Step. Am I not allowed to do that though? Because it's not my turn.
As a reaction,
No, it's a bonus action. So no.
that ain't gonna work.
As they fall, can Hammy push Nicky into the water with his feet, using that to propel him forward back towards the immovable rod?
Guys.
Metagaming.
I still have to explain how I kill the siren, and it's gonna be dope. All right.
Okay,
What I'm gonna do-
you've had plenty of time to think about this.
I'm gonna with my hammer. I'm gonna one arm Thor swing it, break its wing, and I'm gonna with my other arm. I'm gonna grab the siren, and I'm gonna fall it beneath me. Have you guys seen Teen Titans when Robin does the double knee?
Yep.
I'm gonna do one of those into the ground and superhero landing and just squash it.
Okay. You do that, and I tell you what, with a nat 20, you don't take any falling damage. Nicky, roll 2d6 for me.
I hate you.
Land in the water. Land in the water.
I can't find my D6. Okay.
You brought your d6 with you on a trip.
I did, yeah.
That's electric.
Thanks. 9. Took 9 damage.
All right. So Hammy jumps up and in a super cool way. I don't want to get that twisted. You crush the siren under your knees. You see both of the other ones look at you, and actually, with the amount of damage you just did to that siren, they scream at you and they fly away. And Nicky falls to the ground ungracefully and just takes a little bit of damage. And you're out of combat. You've killed the Kraken. The surf competition is coming up tomorrow morning. So you have the body of the Kraken next to you that has been plaguing adventurers. You have the shipwrecks of all of the ships that have been here that have essentially formed this arena. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna look at Nicky and go, "Wow, Nick, you scared him away."
Nick's a little salty because he could have just Misty stepped, but he knows that Hammy really needed those kills. So he just smacks him on the back.
And Uhvahcahdu just walks over and goes, "Nicky, it looks like you need this," and hands Nicky one of the special beers we got from the.
Lovely. All right. So it's a glowing red pocket beer. It's in a fantasy can. You can tell because it's made out of fantasy aluminum. And Nicky, roll 1d8 for me.
Found that dice. 5.
You heal for 5 damage. So the fall didn't hurt that bad. And you get a nice little buzz going. So for the rest of the surf competition, you get advantage for any charisma saving throws. But the buzz from 1, give me a constitution saving throw. Difficulty of 13.
Well, I got 13, so without.
All right.
adding it.
Well, you take the beer like a champ. You've had a million beers before. You gave margaritas to everybody in the club. It's fine.
I did. So it's gonna last through isn't the competition tomorrow? It's gonna last
Yep.
that long?
Basically, the rest of this arc, you get advantage on charisma saving throws, which is hilarious because you're a bard. So you already.
I definitely don't need charisma saving. I have +6. I look at the other two and say, "This is pretty good. If either of you wants, maybe you should drink the other one."
I mean, it looks like it healed you, and I'm pretty close to full health.
Well, what should we just go? We probably should do something before we long rest, right? Before we.
Yeah.
So the competition's in the morning, and we're in the shipwreck. Is there anything in this room? Can we do like an investigation check?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
17.
14.
Crap, I never know where it is.
It's in alphabetical order.
3?
You get another nat 20. I'm going to scream.
I got a 3.
All right. Uhvahcahdu, you notice that there are the remains of some adventurers. They look like out-of-towners. They're not from Stoke City. You see the remains of some other ones that they look like they're clad in like a cold steel armor. And then you also see the body of the Kraken, which looks very carvable if you'd like to.
Can I go look at all of the dead bodies?
Sure. Would you like to go to the steel ones or the out-of-towners first?
Let's go to the out-of-towners first.
Okay. As you get closer to there, you notice that they are roughly Hammy-sized, and there's 2 of them, and they're in each other's arms. And
Oh, Blake and Blake.
it looks like you've noticed their final moments, and you see in one of their pockets with a 17 I'll give you, there is a note.
I grab the note.
Okay. The note says, scrawled in like his final handwriting, it says, to whoever sees this, tell Hammy I'm sorry for what I did. Blake.
Hey, Uhvahcahdu, what you reading over there, man?
I think you got to come look at this, brother.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna grab my shield from the Kraken's body.
Okay, you go.
First things first, guys.
Open the beak of the Kraken's mouth and take your shield out. Let me move your armor class back up.
Phew, needed that.
Anyway.
I like the idea that Blake was like mid-battle with a Kraken and just was like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna write this really quick.
Holy
and
crap.
writes out.
Well,
While
they
hugging
clearly had time while the ship was going down.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought they died by the Kraken.
Well, that's in the shipwreck of their old. Yeah, you get it.
All right, I'm gonna walk over to Uhvahcahdu and take the note and go, Blake, you dork. I'm gonna put my hammer and shield on my back. I'm gonna pick up good Blake and put him on my shoulder, and I'm gonna still grab bad Blake, but drag him by like a foot.
Even though his dying moments were this note to you.
He's lucky I'm taking him back, man.
All right. So you have the remains of your brothers in your arms. That is a gruesome scene. Nicky and Uhvahcahdu, would you guys like to do anything else while you're in here? You had mentioned carving the head off the monster and putting it on your surfboard.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you for that reminder. We have to do it.
All right. So while Nicky does that, can I go look at the other people?
Yeah. I'm actually, for this, I'm going to make you give me another investigation check.
That is perfect. Great at investigating. 18.
Perfect. With an 18, you notice that this is a Bulwarker, not like warship, but scout ship. And it has a map on the wall with a couple of different places circled. So you can see, let me pull up, here's the map of the Imagination. It has Bulwarker with a little king sign over top. It has a circle around Spunta with $signs in their pocket. It has a circle around Stoke City with $signs in their pocket. And it has a big X over Teteria that says, don't go here, they won't help.
All right. Good information.
And
Can I
then
grab
you,
the map and bring it with us?
of course.
That makes me think that Tateria might help us, or they won't help anybody. I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
Also, why were Blake and Blake on a Bulwarker ship?
There's
That's
different
crazy.
ships. We talked about this.
They were
This
being
is a
surrounded by ships.
Okay.
this is an amalgamation.
I see.
Amalgamation.
Because of the Kraken. I see.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
Mike,
the Kraken took the remains and just put them all together. What's up, Hammy?
Mike, I also did another investigation check. I got a 0. What does that get me?
Okay. With a 0, you try to take a bite out of the Kraken because you saw the Sirens eating it, and you were like, that looks good. Give me a Constitution chafing check.
All right, let's get this going. I got a nat 20.
I don't. These dice are juiced.
God. Oh my
Note
god.
to self,
Okay.
play D&D at 5
Oh my
p.m.
god, I
on
got a nat
Friday.
1 on my investigation. I got a nat 20 on my Constitution save.
I tell you what, if that had gone poorly, I was going to make you seasick. To only be fair, heal up to max health, and I will give you Sea Monster's Might. This is something that will help you. All of your strength checks while you're in Stoke City have advantage. Not helpful for a fighter, but you still get it. And advantage on all intimidation checks.
Okay.
So make a little note of Sea Monster's Might. And thank you for sending a picture of that, because I don't believe you.
I was the one who rolled the first nat 20s. I don't know if you remember that, but it has been a lot in one day.
I didn't roll nat 20s, but I rolled 2 nat 10s. That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
That's pretty
Whoa.
Wow.
Will I also loot the Bulwarkers while we're here?
Yeah, I mean, they have
anything useful.
assorted adventuring gear and weapons. None of it is magical. Actually, with your 18, you notice that there are 2 footsteps that have moved from this area. So there were 2 surviving workers from the shipwreck that you've already met, but maybe you needed a reminder.
Yeah, they were in the Cervasis. Okay. Is this Nick's been busy cutting off the head of the serpent. Is it mountable on any of the boards, would you say?
How much of so let me remind you, this is a 40-foot tall sea monster. What part of this are you trying to cut off and put on your surfboard? Like just one eye, like the beak? Are you like, is it way too big and now you're gonna be
let's do just the beak.
Okay.
I just want proof. I want proof so that Stoke City knows we're surfing for them.
No,
Okay.
you should put the tentacles on the back like they're dice hanging from a rearview mirror.
Hey, some surfboards have those little spike thingies.
I mean, we could. What if we all cut off a piece and put
What
it
if
on our
we
surfboard?
surfed on the
So
tentacles?
I'll take the beak if somebody wants a tentacle, and you guys be my guest.
Reminder, the tentacles were long enough that they were smacking you from across the room. They're not gonna be like,
You can
dice in a rearview mirror.
take like the top off.
Sounds like they're pretty solid size for a surfboard, right, Mike?
Can I take the size of the tentacle that is the exact size for my surfboard, that is only the suction cups of this Kraken, so that I have an improved likelihood of staying on my surfboard should anything arise?
Oh, it's tough.
Metagaming. I'm metagaming so hard here. It's great.
I feel like we've said metagaming this game more than anything else. Give me a. What the hell do I have you check here? Intelligence?
Animal handling.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check.
Oh, Hammy.
Literal animal handling.
Hammy picked so well.
Yeah, he's a druid.
26.
Yeah, you cut off exactly one sucker. It looks like if you were to lay prone on it, you would never be able to be moved off of it. So if you'd like to fasten that to your surfboard, you can.
I'm absolutely
licking his lips.
Okay. Cool. You've looted everything that I have in this room, you guys.
What about isn't there like another thing we're looking for? What else is in the thing? Wasn't there a sword, or do I have the sword?
There was like assorted adventuring equipment. We'll say that amounts to. We'll cover that whenever you get back to your hometown of Quadonia, but you could be able to sell it if you'd like to. But none of it's none of it's useful to you.
Any of the Bulwarker weapons better than my scimitar?
None of it's useful to you.
Perfect.
We really want stuff, Mike.
I am aware. We have a whole
Just
episode
kidding.
designed to
We
give
want
you
money.
stuff.
We need some
Uhvahcahdu
money.
loves stuff.
I just told you could sell it.
Gold.
You wasted yours on getting a pedicure.
Didn't Nick L. back
Fortune
come from
teller.
a rich family?
I like
What
to
happened?
think I like to think that Nick like has no perception of money and like how to spend money because he came from a rich family. So he's like just thinks money grows on trees.
Lovely. All right. Where would you like to go?
I think we got to head back to town with the proof that we killed the Kraken.
Okay.
We should.
Cool.
Mhm.
So you all make your way back to town. It's probably 1 or 2 in the morning at this point. And as you enter on Stoke City, you notice that the square is lulled. All of the normal hustle and bustle that's been going on with the Stoke City Solstice Festival has died down. You see the stands are beginning to come down, and there's just one stand remaining, and it says Surf Competition Solstice. As you look around the town and you try to figure out who to talk to or who to prove your new trophies and spoils of war to, you notice that the entire town is sleeping and preparing for the next morning. What would you like to do?
Maybe we should announce it before the competition.
Yeah. Have we signed up yet? We're signed up, right?
Yeah, we're signed up
You signed up.
Okay.
as one team.
We should delegate surfboards.
I kind of
Who's using what?
that's a good idea. I kind of think that since Hammy has the terrible surfboard, probably he should get the golden surfboard.
Well, also, I
Uhvahcahdu.
could use Golden Boy surfboard because it's probably my size.
So
Are you talking about the one that we hid on the roof of the building that he never got back earlier?
no,
Yeah.
no, let him have it. Like that's fine.
Well, is he
I've
even
already
competing? I thought he got arrested.
I've already chewed holes in everybody's surfboard. So everybody besides us has disadvantage on surf checks.
Okay.
And I also think I think that we should use the golden surfboard because yeah, why would we not?
Yeah, we found it.
Yeah, finders keepers, right? So
am I using
think-
that one or someone else?
what do you think, Uhvahcahdu? I think we should probably
So,
take it.
Yeah, because
Golden.
what's your surfboard? Were
Mine
you,
was fine. Mine was good.
was yours like no plus, no minus though?
Yeah, no, it was like +2 surfing. He didn't. he
Yeah,
didn't
mine's
decide what that
the
was.
same. And then Hammy's I think was disadvantage.
I only
What?
had disadvantage on like turning and twisting or something like that. So
Oh yeah, because the sides were
something
yeah.
like
So
that.
Hammy should probably take the gold surfboard.
Yeah, I think you said mine was literally like I can't actually use it. It's just like a stick.
You could stand on it.
Can I surf?
You could
No,
try.
don't use yours. Well, okay, Isaac. Hammy gets the golden surfboard, and Uhvahcahdu and Nick have mounted parts of the serpent on their surfboards.
Well, did we chew holes in Golden Boys? Because we could take his. He's in jail, right?
I have
You
chewed
didn't put him in
holes.
jail.
Okay.
No,
I
he's surfing.
I
He's
have
not-
chewed
not good.
holes in every surfboard in town, but
Okay.
nobody knows that there's holes in them.
Did you also do Golden Boys, Pikachu,
Oh yeah,
Captain Peace? Okay. Does he
I
have
thought
a
you
surfboard or is it still on
you
the
also
roof?
stole it and put it on the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still
maybe
on
we
the
should
roof.
return it.
I mean,
Should we let him
nah.
have it back? Well, it has holes in it, so I feel like it's
yeah.
better we give it back.
We should give it back.
We should probably take it off the roof and just like leave it at the competition.
We can also just be like, oh, look, we found it. Leave it
No,
on the roof.
no, we'll be
No,
culpable.
we already told him we took it. We told
Oh,
him
yeah,
we'd get
he
it
already
back to
knew we
him
took it,
if
that's right.
he helped us, and he didn't help us, and then pretended not to know what was going on. So, I feel like we should really get that surfboard back to him because it's got
Yeah.
a whole lot of holes.
It's
in
got
it.
holes. I'd rather him use the one with holes. All right, so we do that. We do the return the surfboard, put it like by the competition, hopefully without being noticed. And then
Okay.
should we crash at Summers again? You think she'll have us?
He
Have
did
us
say we
again?
could stay as long as we needed.
Okay. You guys want to
Well-
go back to Summers, or do you want to go to see if there's anybody popping at Surfaces, or should we go to bed and go to the surf competition?
Real quick, if we like return it and just hope no one sees us return it, that's putting us at more risk than just leaving it up there or saying we found it.
Mike, is there anybody to watch us return the surfboard?
Give me a perception check.
Oh no. That being
12.
that being said, like he's 15. He's not a good
17.
dude.
17?
Yeah.
With a 17, as you're in the middle of the town square talking over what you need to do, you see a figure making their way back from the water, and it is Captain P. And he is holding a different surfboard. And then you notice a small figure from behind him come up and go, "Good at surfing, you are. Glad we figured this out."
Yo, bruh. Darn it.
Hail and well met, brah.
See you in long time, I have.
Can I use my Shroud of the Beetle to sneak over to his new surfboard and eat holes in it again without him noticing?
I think if you magically disappear, people might notice, but yeah, go for it. You can try.
I'd do it.
Okay.
I'm a beetle now.
Roll a stealth check for me. With disadvantage because you did it directly in front of him.
I give him bardic inspiration.
Perfect. So I get the lower number plus 1d6.
Yeah.
Yep. They got a 25, by the way.
So
Holy
stupid.
crap.
19.
Well, this is not good.
You see Captain P like back away from you as you keep trying to fly up to his surfboard as a beetle, and he goes, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?"
They do not like this in this town. Let's just leave his board alone.
Hey,
Just make
Captain
little
P, check this
clicks and
out.
noises.
We hold up the entire Kraken that we've dragged from the sea wreck.
You did not drag the entire Kraken.
You're dragging your two brothers, but we
Oh, yeah.
only
I go, "Hey, Captain P, check this out," and I hold up my dead brother, and I go, "Oh wait," and then I hold up the Kraken.
You did not drag the whole Kraken. We're not. No.
we have
But
pieces. We have pieces of the Kraken. We hold up the pieces.
P looks at you and he goes, that's freaking cool, dude. Thanks for doing that. We gonna be safe tomorrow, dude?"
Pikachu hates us. He hates us so much.
All right, I use this opportunity to remove my Shroud of the Beetle and pop back up as a human.
Ah! Whoa!
So
Was it as a
seeing,
tiefling?
or yes, as a tiefling. Hey, whatever your name is, you want your original surfboard back? I know, like you've used this new one, but you're way more comfortable with the old one, right?
Dude, this new one, it's freaking amazing, dude. I went out there with Yobra. We did a little thing in the woods. He told me to cut a tree so it could stay the right way up. I went ahead and just cut it vertical, dude. This way I shred the gnar. And now I got this sick board. So I like this one more.
You're not superstitious, though? You don't like the one that you've won on multiple times?
No, not really, dude. It's the
You're
surfer, not the
weird.
board, dude.
You're weird.
I know, dude. That's why I'm the best. And he tries to dap you.
I just
You try
reach out. I reach out and grab his hand and like shake it around. And I go, stick shift.
All right. He hates you.
I think he already
hate-
hated us.
I hate him,
Why
so-
wouldn't he hate us? We hate him too.
I could
I'll
smite
see.
him
I'll
down
see you
in
at the
about
surf
3
comp,
seconds.
dudes. Be sure to not find any jellyfish tomorrow. And then he goes back into his house.
We cannot let him win because
What a dork.
who's he gonna choose to be the mayor?
And I just turn to Nick and Hammy and go, I can speak to animals. I'm not worried about jellyfish.
I can speak to animals too.
I can't.
Let's go to Summer's house.
Okay. You walk in the door. You hear a little like. And you make your way. Do you just make your way back to your room, or do you try to wake Summer up from her peaceful slumber?
Let's let her crash.
Yeah, we're going to bed.
All right. So I think that will close us out for today. A hush falls over the Stoke City crowd. We pan out a little bit and we see the entire town. It is normally a vibrant town filled with pastel colors, but has been haunted by the dark passage of not only the Bulwarker ships, but also this monster that you have now killed. The legendary surfboard has been returned to its home, although it's now in your grasp. You can choose what to do with it after the surf competition, but everybody is preparing for the morning as they should. They're getting the rest that they can after a night of drinking, and we will enter next week on the surf competition. Bye-bye.
We are the knights of the appropriately shaped table.